Okay, so in this adaptation question about bond enthalpies, we're given 3 bond enthalpies. This is for the free part I, and we're given an equation with a delta H. It tells us the delta H here is minus 891 kilojoules per mole. Now, normally, you wouldn't be given the delta H, you'd be given the bond enthalpies and asked to find it. The reason this is a slightly different question is they've given you the delta H and we have to find one of the unknown bond enthalpies. So it's going to work exactly the same way. Delta H is equal to the bond enthalpy of your reactants minus the bond enthalpy of your products. So we're going to draw our molecules out so we can see what bond we've got. Do this. I know you might think, oh, I don't need to do that, I'll be fine. You're much more likely to miss out a bond if you don't draw them out. So now I can see exactly what I've got, and we're going to fill in our equation. So I can say that my delta H is equal to, well, what bonds do I have? 1, 2, 3, I've got 4 C to H bonds. I've got 1, 2, 2 double O bonds. Minus the products, so minus 2 C double O, cross them out, minus 4 O to H, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go back and check our diagram. Is there any crosses we've missed out? Any bonds I've not crossed out? Nope, everything's crossed out. I'm good to go. You would be amazed at how often a really able student will get this question wrong, not because they don't understand it, but just because they miss a bond out. It's a dead silly place to lose a mark, right? So don't do it. Draw your molecule out, cross out the bonds as you write them down. You're just basically making it easier for you not to make a mistake. Now, what you've been asked to find in this question is the C to H bond enthalpy. So we need to rearrange to make the CH the subject of the expression, to get it on its own. So all this extra stuff here, I need to shunt that over to the other side. So I can say CH is equal to, well, if this was plus 2 my double O, now it's going to be minus 2 my double O. If this was minus 2 times the C double O, that will now be plus 2 C double O. And then if this was minus, that becomes plus. And then don't forget, we already had the delta H there, so that stays as it is, plus the delta H. This would actually give us 4 times the CH, so we take the 4 that would be there, divide it all by 4. You can then stick in your numbers. When you do that, bang it in from a calculator, there's all your numbers there. You should end up with plus, because bond enthalpies are always positive, 394.25 kilojoules per mole. Step 1, draw your molecules out. Step 2, apply this equation, delta H equals reactant bonds minus product bonds. Write that down. Step 3, rearrange that to make the bond you're looking for the subject of the expression, which means make it on its own. And then finally, just bang in your numbers.